Hello and welcome everyone. Till now in this tutorial series, we have seen how to work with text as well as binary files. Now next, let's take a step further and understand how to work with other files as well. So now we will discuss how to work with Word documents, PDFs and even CSV files. And for the current instance, we will start with the document files. So in this tutorial, we will understand how to work with document files and we will also discuss how we can read, create and write a document file with the help of Python. So without any further delay, let's jump on to very first topic and let's discuss how we can work with document file using Python. Basically, Microsoft Word is one of the most widely used application programs for creating simple and sophisticated text documents. Though we can easily create, read and write a Word document if we use any of the Office software tools. And if I talk about Python, there will be many instances where we need to often read a text document and process them in some other application. So Python supports several libraries that we can utilize to read and write a Word file. However, for this tutorial, we will focus on using python-docx module and we will use it due to its simplicity. So let us understand the steps how we can install and import this python-docx module. Now as this python-docx module is a third-party module, we need to install it. We cannot directly use it. So first, what we can do, either we can open our command prompt or terminal, or we can simply use Jupyter Notebook, and within it we simply need to use this command pip install python-docx, and this will install this python-docx module in our system. Now it is completely up to you whether you want to install this module in a virtual environment or you want to directly install it in your system's Python environment. It is our personal choice. Now let me show you how we can install it. So this is the basic command that we can use: pip install python then hyphen then docs. Now let me run this cell. I will run this cell by using shift plus enter shortcut. So here you can see it is showing that first it has downloaded this module, then it prepared and downloaded its various dependencies, and in the last it has successfully installed in our system. Now once we have installed this module, we are ready to work with the Word documents, and we will start by understanding how we can read a document file in Python. Now let us get started by reading a document file using Python, and for this implementation first we are going to use a document file. Let me show you the document file first. So here I have this sample document file. This document file consists one title, one heading and some small paragraphs. Now one more thing, I have created this document file in the same directory in which I have this notebook file. So you can also keep it in the same directory. Else you have to pass the absolute path for your file. Now let's understand how we can read a document file in Python. So to read any file, we need to use the document class from the docs module. So first we need to create an object of the docs module, and then we need to utilize the paragraphs attribute to fetch the paragraphs from the specified document. So here you can see on the screen I have implemented one example. So in this example, first I have imported this docs module. So here please don't get confused with Python docs module. This docs module is part of Python docs only. So first we have imported this docs module. After this, here you can see I am using this document class to create an object of this document class, and in the parenthesis I have passed the name of the file. So as my document file is in the same directory where my notebook file is also located, that's why I can simply specify the name. If your file is located at some other location, then you have to give the full path. Now I have created this object of this document class. The name of this object is my underscore doc. Now after this, we are using the paragraphs attribute from this object to fetch all the paragraphs, and we are storing its result in the docs underscore paragraphs variable. Now if you want to check how many paragraphs are there in our document, we can do that with the help of len function. So here I have used this len function and I have passed this docs underscore paragraphs as an argument to it, so it will return the length of this, and I have stored its result in this para underscore count. So we will use this variable to print the paragraph count from this document, and here we are using this print function to print the paragraph count. And after that I have simply used this print function to print hyphens. So basically I'm using this hyphens to differentiate between paragraph count and the paragraphs which we are going to print after this. So after this we are using the for loop. Within the for loop we are iterating through each component in the docs underscore paragraphs variable, and the looping variable here is para, which represents a paragraph. Now to fetch the text from the paragraph, we will use the text attribute. So that's what we are doing within this for loop. So first we have used this print statement. In this we have using the text attribute so that we can fetch the text related to each paragraph, and after getting the text related to each paragraph we are again printing hyphens. So 20 hyphens will be printed out so that we can differentiate between each paragraph. Now before executing this, let me show you the document again. So this is the basic document. Now in this program what we are doing, we are going to fetch all the text which is given in the document, and it will also print the paragraph count. Now let me execute this cell. Here you can see the result. So the paragraph count is 6, and after getting the paragraph count, all the text which is there in the document is printed out. So first we have this title, which is introduction to Python. Then we have this empty line. After this we have one heading introduction, and after this we have three small paragraphs. So in this way we can fetch all the data from our text document. But what if we want to fetch any specific paragraph? So we can do that as well with the help of Python. Let's look one more example related to it. So here on the screen you can see one more example. In this example, first we have imported this docs module. Then we have repeated our steps. We have created this object of the document class. The name of this object is same, so it is my underscore doc. After that we are taking an input from the user. So we are asking user to enter a paragraph number that we want to fetch. So as we have discussed earlier in the document, there the paragraph count was 6. So that's why we have given this option where we are asking the user to enter any paragraph number from 1 to 6. Then we are using indexing. So with the help of indexing, we are going to fetch any specific paragraph. So here we have used this paragraphs attribute for that. So first we define the object name, then we use the dot operator, and then we define paragraphs. And with the paragraphs, we are using indexing. After storing its result in the docs underscore paragraph variable, we are printing its text value. So here you can see we are using the text attribute within the print function with this variable to print its text. And now let me execute this cell. Now here it is asking me to enter any paragraph number that I want to fetch. So let me fetch paragraph number 5 and hit enter. So here we got the result and it has returned the specific paragraph. Now let's move to the next topic. So just like reading a document file, we can also write a document file with the help of the docs module. And for this also we need to define the object of the document class from the docs module, and then we need to utilize different methods on the document object to add heading, paragraphs, and even images in the document. So let's discuss all these attributes with the help of an example. So here you can see one example. Now let's discuss each line in this example briefly. So first we have imported this docs module, then we have created an object of the document class. Now this time we did not pass any file name within this document class. So the name of this object is my underscore doc. Now after this, if we want to add title to our document, we need to use add underscore headings method. So here you can see first we have defined the object name, which is my underscore doc. Then we use the dot operator, and after the dot operator we have specified this add underscore heading. Now in this method we need to pass some data. So very first argument in this method is the text that we want as a title. So I want Python course as a title in my document. Now after specifying this, we have used this comma, and then the second argument is 0. So here 0 is quite important, because if I put any other number except for 0, then it will make that particular thing as a heading. So basically I want title in our document. That's why I have passed 0. Now let me show you one small difference between title and heading. Now in this document, introduction to Python is a title of this page and heading is this introduction. So for the new document that I want to create, I have put Python course as a title, and for that we need to pass 0. Now in the same way we can add headings in our document, and for that we need to use the same add underscore heading method. So we specify the name of the object, which is my underscore doc, then we use the dot operator, and then we specify this add underscore heading method. Now within this method, first is the text that we want as a heading, and I have specified this heading as h1. That's why I have passed 1 as my second argument. So this introduction to Python will be our very first heading, and it will be as h1. Now if you look into this styles property in the document, you can see we have certain styles such as normal, no space, then we have this heading 1, heading 2, then title. So first what we have done, we have specified our title, and after specifying the title we are specifying one heading. So I am basically creating this h1 heading using this add underscore heading method. Now after adding the heading, if we want to add paragraphs in our document, we need to use this add underscore paragraph method. So we have done just that. We have specified the name of the object. We use the dot operator. Then we specified the add underscore paragraph method. Now within this method, very first argument is the text that we want as a paragraph. Now after putting one paragraph, we are putting another paragraph by using the same add underscore paragraph method. So till now we have set our title, then we have specified one heading, and we have specified two paragraphs within our document. Now if I want to add line break, then I have to use this attribute, which is add underscore page underscore break. So this attribute is used for adding line break in our document. Now after adding the line break, the next thing that we are doing is adding an image. So to add an image, what we are going to do, we are going to use this add underscore picture method. Now in this method we have specified certain attributes. So let's discuss about that. Very first attribute is the location of the image that we want in our document. So in my D drive there is a folder named Python guides, and within that we have this image which is python-logo.png. And after specifying the file, we are using this width parameter to specify the width of the document. Now to specify the width, we are using this inches method from this docs module itself. So we have specified the width as 2 inches, and we have also specified the height of the image as 2 inches. So in this way we have added one image in our document. Now very last step of writing a file is to save the file, because if we don't save our file, all the data within that will be lost. So how we can save a file? For that we need to use the save method with our document object. So that's what we have done here. First we have specified the name of the object, then we use this save method. Now within this save method we have specified the path, and we have specified the name of the file. So I have specified the path as D. So in D directory we have this folder Python guides, and within this I want to save this whole document as python underscore intro. Now once I execute this cell, it will create this file at the given location. So before executing it, let me show you the location first. So here you can see I am in the D directory, and I have opened this python underscore guides directory. Now within this directory we have only two items. Very first is a folder, and second is the image. So this is the image that I am going to add in our document. Now here you can see there is no document available within this directory. Now let me execute that cell. So to execute this cell I will use shift plus enter shortcut. Now here you can see our cell has been executed. Now let's move back to the directory, and here you can see one document file has been created, python-intro. Let's open this, and here you can see the data in this. So first we specified the title, which is Python space course. Then we specified the heading. After heading, we specified two paragraphs, and in the last we have specified one image. So now I hope it is clear how we can read and write a document in Python with the help of the docs module. In the next video, we will understand how we can work with PDF files. So thank you so much for watching. We will see you in the next one.